hereby call this meeting, the Civil Service Commission, to order. We need approval of today's agenda.
I make the motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, approved. New business.
We missed the minutes.
Hello. So the first item for new business is our labor position.
Oh, we'll do it. Go ahead. I missed approval of minutes.
Oh, yep, go right ahead.
Approval of minutes.
Make the motion.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
My fault. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Okay,
New business.
You miss a month and see what
See,
happens.
that's what happens.
perfect. Labor position. In front of you, you should have a job description for our labor position. The majority of today's changes that we're asking for your approval are language cleanup, such as adding a GED equivalent for high school diploma, and again, adding that GED equivalent. The biggest change is going to be currently applicants must have a valid driver's license and then obtain their Class B CDL with air brake endorsement within 6 months. We're asking to actually change this to 3 months that they're able to obtain their CDL. And then we're also adding, again, language where we're making it clear that all CDL personnel are subject to the Federal Motor Carriers Random Drug and Alcohol Program. Those are the changes we're asking for your approval for today.
Since normally all qualifications are being lowered, here's one with getting the CDL in 3 months instead of 6. Any particular reason why?
That is a great question. There is a particular reason why. So the labor position is an entry-level position that can be held at in our street division, sewer division, or compost division. With this position, employees do need to be on call and work independently in the future. Our probationary period is 6 months. So if we require our employees to obtain their CDL within 3 months, that actually gives us 3 months to see how they can work independently during their probationary period. Also, with CDL requirements that changed last year, we actually do in-house training for CDLs. So that has actually made our process much quicker, allowing our new employees to obtain their CDL on a much quicker basis.
Good.
Okay. There's no other questions. I'll move forward with the park technician. Again, this is up for language cleanup as well. So you'll see on the park technician job description, we are requiring applicants now to have a high school diploma or GED equivalent. Instead of coursework, we're changing that word to training. And again, leaving it in horticulture, turf grass, and then we're adding related field. Supplemented by 2 years of experience as a greenskeeper, gardener, or turf maintenance worker, or of course accepting the equivalent combination of training and experience, which provides the knowledge, skills, and abilities necessary to perform the duties for the position. Then flipping over to page 2 on the back side, cleaning up the language. So right now it just says that they need to obtain a pesticide applicator certification. We're requiring them to have the Iowa pesticide certified applicators certification, since this is where they will be utilizing that certification, or an equivalent certification within a 6-month time frame versus the probationary period. So the language cleanup. Then we're removing a portion, I should say, cleaning up the CDL portion, and changing it to must possess a valid driver's license and then obtain their CDL Class B with air brake endorsement within the 6 months of hire. And then also adding that all CDL personnel are subject to the Federal Motor Carriers Random Drug and Alcohol Program.
A couple questions. First was, obviously before, they did not have to be a high school graduate or a GED.
Another great question.
So now they are.
They are. So in this position, they're going to be able to read and do math at a high school level, especially with your pesticide applicator's license, and they'll also be reading work orders as well. So we are asking them to be at least at a high school level for reading and math.
So you feel that by that, you need a higher competency than you did in the past?
Correct.
The second question is, now, this one here for the CDL is 6 months, the other one is 3 months. Wouldn't it make sense for this to be 3 months also, so that you are consistent throughout?
So with operations, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and call Betsy Tubbs up 1 second, and she'll explain how it doesn't impact their operations in order to have it for 6 months.
Hello, Betsy Tubbs, Senior Parks Manager for Davenport. For our operations, we don't ask people to work independently in order to determine if we think they're gonna work out for us. So that 6-month period gives them just that little extra time to get their CDL. In our operations, our CDL drivers operate large snowplows, but we also have pickup trucks that they can drive. They drive our showmobile, but we also have other CDLs drivers that can do that. So we feel the 6 months just gives them that little extra cushion. As Gina said, we do in-house training, but it puts them back in the queue a little bit if we've got some public works employees that need it. You know, it's more crucial to their operations.
Okay, it's just, since probation, I assume, is 6 months also, that you really have no time frame to judge their ability to drive. You know, okay, they get the license, but they don't, as well as it would seem as though the city should, you know, shouldn't you have things be more uniform? The 6 months and the training for that, I understand the difference, and that's fine, but it just seems like the other part.
We actually had this exact conversation before the meeting, and I agree with you. As much as we can, consistency is important, but with the laborer position versus the parks technician, the laborer is going to be using that CDL. It's a more critical function in that position. It's important for this position as well, but the laborer needs it so that we can see how they drive in that first 3 months. The parks technician, it's not as critical. It's still important, but it's not as critical in that probationary period. So I think it's a higher level of importance for the first position you reviewed versus the second position, and it hasn't been an issue thus far. So I think with the laborer position, we are addressing more of a potential known issue. In this position, it's not, and so if we can give them extra time, I think it bodes well for the department.
Okay.
Question? It says that they have to have the applicant, the certain skills. How do you know that they have them?
By what they list on their application. So what's included on so that could be previous work experience, it could be training, it could be an apprenticeship. So by reviewing, we review all applications for the minimum qualifications in order to pass applicants through to the next step in the process.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay.
I would just ask for a motion to approve both of those updates to minimum qualifications.
I couldn't hear you.
I would just ask for a motion to
Oh, yeah,
approve
yeah.
both of those
I'm just a
updates.
little slow.
Nope, that's fine.
All right, we're gonna take motion to approve the two different jobs with qualifications.
So moved?
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so approved. That's it? You're safe.
I can move to certification list, perfect.
Oh.
How's
yeah,
that sound?
sorry about that.
You're good. Okay. So we have one on the list to be certified today. That is our engineering process coordinator. This is an entry-level position in the engineering division of Public Works. You may remember it from last time where you approved the minimum qualifications to establish for this position. So we had a 30-70 split, and it is a non-bargaining position. So in this position, they do need to have an associate's degree in engineering technology, construction management, or a related field. and 2 years of experience reading and interpreting construction documents and survey exhibits, or again, an equivalent combination of training and experience, have a valid driver's license. We had 12 applicants. 7 of those were qualified and invited to the written exam. 1 withdrew, and 1 did score below 70%, leaving us with 5 candidates. Those 5 candidates that passed the written exam were invited to the interview. All 5 passed the interview. 2 candidates passed the background check, and 3 are internal candidates that previously passed our background check, leaving us with 5 on the list to be certified. And our stats.
Just, since 3 you said were already employees of the city, do they get preference, or do they get any extra points for being there?
They do not. It's an entry-level position.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah,
Entertain a motion to approve the certification list.
So moved.
seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, approved.
Okay. I move that we adjourn.
Okay, second.
I second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so adjourned.
Well, maybe a record.